Podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. Look, BetterHelp. It's all about that mental health. Hey, look, kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, sometimes we lose that curiosity, and you gotta keep learning, okay? Therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder because your back to school era can come at any age. Now, look, sometimes I just get stuck in my ways because I'm comfortable, but I'm not progressing and I'm not moving forward. And that's what I need to work on. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge, all right? Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/foods today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dudes behind the foods. That's actually really fucking good. Oh, you know what? David So, nice hat.
Well, it's by Garfield.
The cat?
The cat. It was a collaboration they did with Zara.
Zara, the store in the mall that sells little clothes that fit me perfectly?
Yes, that one there. And I remember when I lost weight, I was like, I could wear Zara clothes.
And you left with a hat.
And I left with a hat. I could actually fit this on my head now.
Bro,
thank you very much.
I went into Zara with Rick one time, and he saw me try on a sweater that fit me snug, and it was a large. And he was like, I can only wear scarves from here. European sizes are weird.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. When the weight drop happened, there's a lot more clothes availability. So that's a hint to some bigger name brands out there. Make it for the biggins, dude. We got a lot of them, right?
Biggins.
Yeah.
We both, for those of you just listening, we both saw each other about to say a word and then we stopped. Yeah.
See, whoop.
Well, loser, I'll take it. I forgot to shout out, remember that guy that we made fun of, the spoken word, during our live show?
Oh, yes.
Yes. And we were just like, making fat jokes and shit because, it was fun. Well, he has a website. He sent me this shirt that I wore on the last episode. It's called Flow Goods. Sent me this cool Rush Hour vintage looking shirt. He also sent me this hat. So shout out to that dude, Flow Goods.
Kada.
No, I mean, what? Kada.
Very similar.
Kada. Yeah, Kada.
Very similar, though.
What are you going to say?
Cassie Ho, Blogilates, she does a really good job of making her stuff for everybody. And I think with her, it's very smart, not just from a business perspective, but just in general. Like, before when you would go to like these fitness places, right, where they would sell like fitness clothes, they only cater to like skinny people. It's like, the people who want to work out the most are probably big people.
This is true.
So where the fuck are the bigger sizes? Like, they have to get to that size eventually. Make it for us.
No.
So shout out, yes, damn it. Shout outs to Cassie O. She's actually one of my bigger inspirations.
Shout out to the hoes out there.
Yeah.
I love them.
Blogilates still going on strong, dude.
Yeah, she's killing it still.
Killing it, dude.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is wearing her shit, dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
In her music videos.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. And she just does a really good job on designs, very practical designs. And because her background that's like her background. So she does do all that. She has a whole team. It's fucking amazing, dude.
Man, Goody's biggest claim to fame is Saweetie wore our shit to like a Laker game once.
Well, that's cool. Well, you had a basketball player who wore your shit.
Oh, yeah. A couple Lakers players. That's true, too. Yeah. But who cares about that? I'm talking about Saweetie. Speaking of lady...
From my hometown.
Sack.
Yep.
Sweetie is?
Yeah.
Oh, fun. She's super nice, too.
Yeah, she's from Sacramento.
Speaking of lady singers and also Taylor Swift, I got a special treat for you today, dog.
Oh, really? Is it a booger swipe from Taylor Swift?
I snagged an old pair of Taylor Swift's panties, and...
I'm okay.
Well, listen, though. Listen. I candied them.
Whoa.
Yeah. I broke it down in a way that they are edible now, okay?
Wow.
And what I did was crumpled it up.
Into a fine powder.
We're going to sniff it.
Wow.
Because I also mix it with a little bit of Blue Chew pills.
Whoa.
And fentanyl.
Dude, this sounds like a crazy time.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
We were both young when I first saw you. I close my eyes. The flashback starts. I'm standing there. You know how much she is into culture that I know the lyrics to this song?
Yeah.
I never have ever played this in my life, but I still know those lyrics.
I'm shocked because I keep my ear to the music streets and I don't know that much of that song.
Don't even know what the music video looks like. I know nothing, but for some reason, but her songs have been playing around everywhere that I know enough lyrics to that point.
Wow. Well, speaking of super uber famous musicians, women musicians, I was in the Bevmo buying our breakfast beer that you're sipping on for that previous episode, and then the girl at the counter got approached by her other girl that was working there, and she was like, "Hey, okay, so I had to tell you this real quick. These just came in. It's only one allowed per person, and we're not allowed to tell them how many we have left. Okay? It says blah blah blah. It's Beyonce's new whiskey just dropped. Today. I didn't even know she was dropping a whiskey.
What is it called?
It's called
Wow.
Sir Davis whiskey, straight from Beyonce.
And you got one.
Yes, I had to. It's motherfucking Beyonce.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies.
What's that?
All right. Wow, this is very classy.
The bottle is beautiful. I mean, it looks like a fucking vintage vase.
I love the ribbed.
For her pleasure, yeah.
Yes, the whiskey bottles. This could probably just be emptied out and used as a beautiful vase for some flowers.
For some flowers.
Wow, let me pour you a glass.
Oh my, David So.
Let me,
This is a special occasion. Use those grubby little fingers of yours and get that plastic off, brother. I know you've been not clipping them and not cleaning them for a reason.
Let me tell you something.
For this moment right here.
They are clean, okay? Just have a little bit of brick toast in them right now. They were clean before I ate the toast. Smells like alcohol.
Well, yum. And you know I've been on my bring the brown back lately because I'm dropping my own brandy. So
it smells like brioche, like freshly yeasty brioche.
Really?
Yeah, it smells like sweet brioche.
Wow, it is a brioche day.
Eggnog, if you will.
Yes, it does. Oh, first of all, let me just say, this smells great, Beyonce. It does smell eggnoggy, and I've never realized how much whiskey smells like eggnog until this very moment.
Hey, you know what, Beyonce? You didn't pay for this brand deal thing, but because we love you so much, and I love Jay-Z so much because of how much he helped me through my college years, we're putting this right in the middle, and then we're supporting you.
Girl, look at this. We didn't have to do this.
But we just love you, dude.
And it's not like Beyonce was gonna pay me to advertise this shit anyways.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't, but whatever. We could dream. All right?
Maybe. One day. Cheers. I'm excited. It smells great.
What goes around comes back around,
my baby.
Fantastic song. It's very light.
Very light, but you can also taste the
very light.
the barrel aging in that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can taste the
To the left, to the left.
to the left, to the left. Irreplaceable. If you don't know what we're talking about, there is this viral clip of these three, I'm not sure what island it is, but they're singing a cover of Irreplaceable. And from the jump, they're hitting it with a to the left, and they're hitting it real aggressive with that accent, right? And they sing the whole shit just like that. It's ridiculous. It's so funny. But I think they did it as like a dare, bro.
Oh,
because
really?
like there's another clip of them singing another song and they can sing.
Oh, okay.
And they can harmonize, you know?
That was definitely a joke that they did. That's fucking hilarious if that's true. It was so fucking funny. I couldn't stop laughing, dude. To the left, to the left.
Irreplaceable. It's too good. Too good.
Wait, if you guys are ever high, watch that video and see if you don't die laughing. It's the best, dude.
Let me ask you this, David. So, what is your experience with old Asian people in karaoke? Speaking of funny singing.
I will say this. I like going to karaoke with people who can't sing because it's 10 times more fun. One of the things I didn't like karaokeing was like if there was somebody who could sing, they would force them to sing only. And it's like, oh, we want to hear you sing. It's like, that's not what karaoke is for. It's for us to just sing stupid shit. We're rapping stuff, like whatever the fuck that it is. You know what I mean? Old Korean people love karaoke, dude. And they just sing their asses off. But I will say this, though. Compared to like old Asian people, the ones that are probably the most ridiculous are Filipino.
100%.
I have a friend whose dad takes karaoke so fucking seriously. It's hilarious. He came to LA and he wanted to go karaoke at the karaoke bars here. This fool got dressed up. And they're like, Dad, what are you doing? We're just gonna go sing karaoke. He goes, but what if I get discovered? I'm like, oh, you're not even joking. Like, you think somebody's gonna see your 80-year-old ass and be like, dude, you're the next one.
You never know.
And he has his specific songs that he always sings.
Because he knows he kills it.
Never deviates. It's 3 songs. I don't know which one they are, but there's like 3 songs. He never deviates from it. Starts from 1, 2, and 3 all the way down and repeats.
Yeah, man. Old Thai people, huge karaoke fans as well. Every old Thai person has a karaoke situation at home so they can practice for karaoke night or when their old drunk Thai homies come over. And, definitely something I grew up with in my household and also something that probably contributed to my just constant horniness. Because I'll tell you this, for some reason, all Thai karaoke DVDs, right, of American songs, the backdrop is like women in wet bikinis.
Oh.
Every single one, bro. And so my parents would just be singing fucking, My Way by Frank Sinatra while a big titty white girl with hard nips is getting water poured on her.
I'm getting horny right now. I'm getting bricked up like that toast we had on the last podcast.
That LA brick toast, yeah, man. I'm a big karaoke. I like karaoke. I also have go-tos. I would say my 3, I'm going to ask you the same, so get your answer together. I say my 3 go-to karaoke songs. I always hit it, Tearing Up My Heart in sync.
Okay.
Nice and Slow, Usher.
Ooh, very good one.
Because for some reason, I can finesse my voice to sound really good singing some Usher shit. And a third one, Tearing Up My Heart, Usher. And third one might be a toss-up between any other Usher and an NSYNC song. They're fun, and I can sing them pretty well, but not in a way that sounds like I'm showing off,
2 songs. You know what? If you're in our age area, the 30s, and you don't have a Usher in your thing, what's wrong with you? I have 2 Ushers if you're talking about 3.
Get it.
There's always that one person that will always have your heart.
My boo, you're a my boo guy.
My boo.
And do you duet that with someone?
Yes, because it's fun for other people to sing it. That's
Facts.
why I like singing it, because we can get everybody to sing along.
Facts.
And then I also do, when you feel it in your body, you found somebody who. That's my shit, because it starts with the, and then it just gets everybody going.
Before you tell me your third one, let's do this real quick to Robyn Couch, because I'm curious. There's a challenge that was going on TikTok. Robyn Couch.
Yes.
Where was Usher at 7 o'clock?
Is this like a riddle or something?
Jesus Christ, all right.
Kind of. Not a riddle, it's just kind of like a cultural feeler.
Oh, God. I haven't spent a lot of time listening to Usher's music, so I'm probably not going to know much.
No, that's okay. That checks out. So it would be, and I'll show you this, Robyn Couch. David, where was Usher at 7 o'clock?
It was 7 o'clock on the dot in his drop top, cruising the streets.
Yes, okay, so there's like a TikTok trend where usually a black employee at somewhere would go to all of her white coworkers and go to her black coworkers, be like, Chance, where was Usher at 7 o'clock? He'd be like, who? and then he'd go to like, Terrell, where was Usher at 7 o'clock? He'd be like, in his drop top.
Easy work.
Okay, so I just once again proved how white I am.
And there's nothing wrong with that,
There's
Robyn
nothing
Couch.
wrong.
At least I know who Usher is.
That is great.
Yeah. And if you did the opposite and you're like, you sang a Beatles song to me, I'll be like, well, there's the exterminator. I don't know what this is. I wouldn't know, dude.
Your Jersey Mike's is here, by the way.
Well, then should we take a break?
Yes.
Sure.
Let's take a break. We're gonna get our sandwiches.
Dudes Behind the Foods listeners, this podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. Hey, you little curmudgeons, are you feeling down and out? Guess what? This is where BetterHelp can help you. Are you worried about your mental health? Well, guess what? BetterHelp is right there, right in your back pocket. I love my BetterHelp, and it's been sponsoring Dudes Behind the Foods for quite a while because guess what? I use BetterHelp. Guess what? My therapist in the back of my pocket is fantastic. And I'm not just talking about the one on the phone. I shrunk my therapist and I sit on his face every day. Pause. Kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, sometimes we lose that curiosity. What's something you'd like to learn? Gardening, a new language, or maybe how to finally beat your best friend in bowling? Therapy can help you reconnect with a sense of wonder because your back to school era can come back at any age. And that's what I want. Listen, I've benefited from therapy and you can too. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched up with a licensed therapist and switch therapists for any time for no additional charge. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/foods. today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/foods.
First of all, we got our Jersey Mike's. David ordered a Super Club sandwich. I ordered a tuna sandwich. So to mark them, they put a fish, a Jesus fish, and a 10. So I don't know whose is whose.
No, it's the number of the sandwich.
Is it?
That's number 6 and number 10. Oh. Just to prove my theory right, let me see.
Yeah, please do, because then
Because that's how smart I am, and I'm Asian, so I know numbers.
yours
so,
would probably be 10, because yours was like a little. I took a little more swiping.
Oh, number 9 is Club Supreme, so that's what it is.
All right, and
And then the number 10 is the tuna fish.
well, then why would they mark that for us?
How would we know?
I mean, I guess we did see it when we were looking at the.
That's
but
stupid.
still, that's dumb.
That's dumb.
Put a T and a fucking C.
Yeah, man.
Jersey Mike's, you're losing points. I tell ya.
Can I say I love Jersey Mike's?
Jersey Mike's actually really did originate in New Jersey. Did you know that?
I believe it because Jersey is only known for regular ass food like this.
Yes, but delicious sandwiches. But I remember one time we were in Jersey. Is that not your order?
This is
Okay.
delicious.
That looks great.
This right here is delicious.
We were in Jersey one time for Ascend Foods, and you Googled what's a good place to eat in Jersey, and it literally said,
Jersey is not known for good food. I always tell that story because it was so fucking funny. I'm like, wow.
I tell ya. Not a lot of people fuck with tuna the way I fuck with tuna. And I get down on tuna pretty often, dog.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me.
Jersey Mike's always stacks the meat. And it's so fucking good, man. They put a little vinegar, salt, pepper. Oh, it just be hitting.
This is great. Look, I always thought tuna sandwiches were super healthy
Very much not so.
until I realized, oh, it's a lot of mayonnaise in that. But fuck it, dog. I don't care, bro. It's fish. That means it's healthy, all right? Just like when I go to McDonald's and get my Filet-O-Fish, bro, that's just healthy, dog.
Filet-O-Fish, undefeated.
You know what's crazy? A lot of people they think it's weird when you order Filet-O-Fish. But then there's like almost like a cult of people who ride or die for the fucking Filet-O-Fish. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was like a meme where it's like, oh, who goes to McDonald's and order Filet-O-Fish? But then you let that meme hit the right pocket of people, and they're like, nah, man, nothing hits like that fresh Filet-O-Fish out the fucking fryer, bro.
You know who's the person? I know the person who got me into Filet-O-Fishes. It was actually 2, but the first one was this chubby Filipino guy named Jeremy. And he would get hyped about Filet-O-Fish. He used to get clowned on it all the time.
Really?
Yeah. That guy was kind of funny because anytime a girl would dump him, he would threaten to commit suicide.
Oh, God.
And so, the most hilarious thing ever. Like, he did it so many times. Like, he would get rejected by a girl. He goes, I think I'm just going to drink a bottle of bleach, is what he would
Oh
say.
my God.
Oh my God. And then he switched schools, and then people didn't know about his weirdness. And so he kind of switched his personality to Mr. Cool Filipino guy. And I remember when he switched schools, I was like, this will change his whole identity.
Wow.
Because it's not going to follow him, you know?
Dang.
Very interesting how that works out. But he was the one that would love filet-o-fish. And I think it was because of a Catholicism type of thing. So for Lent, so they could eat fish. So he would eat filet-o-fish. And then also all the Vietnamese homies who are all gangbangers, they would like kill people. But then for some reason, religiously, they would just, for Lent or something, they wouldn't eat meat. I'm like, that's such a weird thing.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like, I know we talk about religion a lot here, guys, but we like talking about it, all right? It's so funny that the mindset of like, yeah, I'm a Christian, so I can do whatever I want, and God's gonna forgive me, so fuck it, I'm gonna do whatever I want. There was, and I always reference this movie Dogma, which I always say changed my perspective on religion completely. But the whole plot of that movie, I've told you before, I'm sure, but Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are angels that got kicked out of heaven. And a new church opens up in New Jersey that this pastor played by George Carlin, by the way. And the pastor says, if you walk through my church, your sins will be gone immediately. You know what I'm saying? You will start anew. And so there's some like technicality where like, since the pastor says this about his church, then that's the rule for his church, right? And it works, it checks out. So their whole plan, these angels, these fallen angels, are like, the only way we can get back into heaven is here's what we do. We fucking get our wings cut off so that we're mortal. And then we walk through the doors of this church and our sins are gone. And then we find some way to die and we go straight to heaven, right? So what happens is they go on a shooting spree, killing all these people. The police shoot their wings off. So now they're fucking mortal because their wings are gone. And then their plan is to leave through these church doors so their sins are gone and then get killed by police so they can go straight to heaven. And that's the whole thing. And it's like, it's making fun of the hypocrisy of like the man-made rules around religion where man can twist whatever they can to their benefit. You know what I'm saying?
Genius.
Oh, it's so fire.
I can't even remember all that shit. I don't remember anything. I just remember like the little funny bits, but I don't remember, because that came out a long time ago.
Oh, Dogma? I didn't even know you've seen it.
I did, but I don't remember much of it.
Well, like I said, man, this one kind of changed my whole outlook on religion. And this was me going to a Christian school, you know what I'm saying? And watching this movie, which was like a comedy and a parody, and being like, oh, fuck.
You know what will fuck you up too? Have you seen the show The Good Place?
No, but I've heard. Yeah.
So The Good Place's concept is very interesting. Like you'll see towards the end, it's like, there's like this promised idea of eternity, right? Where everything's amazing. Well, it's like, what do you look forward to after 10,000 years, 30,000 years of you doing everything you wanted to do? What's your next goal? Like, what do you do here? And then people in eternity have this problem of like, I don't want to exist anymore.
Oh, because they're bored.
Because they're bored. They've done everything.
Oh, shit.
And so towards the end of the show, they figured out a solution for heaven where they go, this is a door into nothingness. We don't know what's on the other side. So whenever you're ready to leave, you can go.
What?
And then like 10,000 years would pass. This is the season finale. And then, oops, spoiler, but the show's been out for years.
Yeah.
But you go through the door and then they'll figure out when it's time for them to die out of existence after heaven.
Dang.
Because it's like, nobody ever thought about that. They're like, oh, you're going to be happy for eternity. But it's like, but how long can I do everything that I want for an eternity?
Right. Yeah,
Right.
I've never thought about that.
So they're like traveling to Paris, France, all over again. They're like,
Yeah.
you know,
Meh. That's fire.
right? It's almost like that concept too of like, if you're not working, my mom says this too. She goes, money that you got out of nowhere is not yours to keep. It always disappears because you never earned it. So you don't appreciate it. You don't care about it. But like the money you earn and you keep is the stuff that you really care about.
Bro, I say this. Let's talk about this, right? So my parents are on that same token of what you're talking about. They've been retired, you know what I'm saying? Like they sold the restaurant years ago. Like I paid off their house, so they don't really have to work. But they continue to make these Thai curry puffs. Huge orders, 300 orders. Like these curry puffs, 200, 300 orders. So they're fucking, every time I'm like, what you guys up to? Oh, we can't come over today. We're tired. We're going to be making curry puffs all day. And I'm like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Because they do them for mad cheap too. They're doing for like $1 a piece. When if these motherfuckers were at the
$1 a piece for them to sell at wholesale?
no, bro, they sell them $1 each curry puff. And they used to do them for 50 cents. And they just recently bumped it up to $1. Mind
It's
you,
still too cheap.
bro, if these fucking curry puffs were at the farmer's market or on a food truck, easily $3 each. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe like $3.54.
But they're like, no, we sell it to our friends. They sell them to their friends with restaurants who sell them for fucking $2, $3 each, bro. But I'm like, all right, whatever. But and then I realized they need something to feel useful. You know, they need to work, especially parents, old Asians who came to this country. And all they did was work. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if they're selling for $1 each, then put me an order for 20, please.
Oh, 100%.
I'll buy that shit for them every fucking week.
Oh, they would love to. They would love to. They're bomb. You've had them. They're so
they're
good.
hella good.
And they can even make them in so they're like just the doughy pre-fried, so you can just fry them fresh or whatever.
Easy work.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. And they just like, so they sit there fucking hand by hand, rolling out the fucking dough, fucking doing this shit on the edges to, you know, make them like a little pastry and shit. And I'm always like, guys, you don't have to do this, but they need to do it.
That's why my mom still works right now. Like now she's getting older where now she's like, ugh, I think it's time for me to retire because not because I don't want to do this, it's just really exhausting for me. And so for her, I think she's actually at that point now where she's finally going to retire. And they don't need a lot, right? They're not people who spend on anything. They don't care about luxury shit at all, nice cars, nothing. So for them, they could live off whatever they have and they're perfectly fine. But like for my mom, I think she's healthy right now because she has a purpose when she wakes up, right? And that's the same thing that goes for us. Like when you had a kid, how much harder did you work? You know what I mean? Like you were hustling hard.
I'm about to start a third podcast. For what? I hate this shit. But Veda's in private school, buddy. I need that shit, dog.
Dude, LA private school is fucking expensive, man.
Sure the fuck is. Let me ask you this. Have your parents ever flown first class or do they want to?
I flew them internationally business,
Lit.
which is pretty much similar to first class.
Yeah.
Minus like a few amenities. They fucking loved it.
Yeah.
They were like mind blown. Oh, I went to Korea and they woke up refreshed. They weren't tired. Her back didn't hurt. She slept.
Yeah.
She got to eat. My dad was eating cup ramen like a motherfucker. Out of all the things he could have ordered, he got cup ramen and shit.
But not gonna lie, bro, the cup ramen on planes tastes better, bro. I don't know what the fuck it is. When you get on like Singapore Airlines or some shit, going to Thailand, going to Singapore, I woke up from a deep plane sleep. I smelt it. And then they made it. I was like, what the is there crack in this? It's amazing.
I ordered 2 at a time. Because 1 is not enough. I ordered 2. And then I simultaneously eat it. I open up both.
Just like this ambidextrous with the shit.
Yeah. When I did that, they were like, they turned over to Mariel. And they're like, well, it's like, do you want anything for your ramen? I was like, they're for me. It's for me. And the lady laughed. And she thought I was joking. I was like, no, she doesn't want any. It's for me.
Like, do you want us to wake up your wife? Please, no.
No. Let her sleep for the whole flight, please.
Yeah, man, my parents have, I don't think they've ever flown first class, so I've been trying to find like a little Hawaii trip as something for them, right? But they're so like immigrant mindset, right? Where even I'm like, yo, I found this dope spot in Studio City, all you can eat, fucking seafood, all you can eat, lobster, all that shit. I'm like, I'm gonna take you guys. My dad's like, too expensive. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Especially when I'm sending you guys money every month. Like, okay, this is too much.
Yeah.
Like, just come eat with me. You know what I'm saying?
Just give me the money.
Live your life, dude.
Yeah. It's like, Dad, the way you're looking, dude, you got another 4 years left anyways. Might as well throw some lobster in there.
Something, bro.
Yeah.
Look. Your liver's gone to shit. Let me get you drunk.
Dad's like getting depressed. I need to save it for my future. You're like, Dad, to be honest with you, man, that future's coming up real soon.
I'm like, also, hey, Dad, do you have life insurance? Because
Did you start a trust or anything? Because coming soon.
he's
I ate this whole sandwich, and I said to myself I was only gonna have half, and I looked down to see the rest of it, and I just realized it's not there. The yeah.
You know what, man? Like, you know what? Live your life, bro.
Oh, I don't regret it.
Good. That's all that matters.
I'm just surprised that there wasn't another half here.
Well, you know, I was gonna ask you if you wanted the bigger size, and then I said, let me not enable him.
Yeah, don't enable it. If you did that, it would just been the same result, just with a bigger sandwich.
Look, I know you're trying to get right. I'm also trying to get right. It's very difficult. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Can I be honest with you for a second, man?
What's up?
This is the first time I think I'm gonna say this out loud. I'm gay. No, I'm kidding. I think that this time my motivation obviously is for, my knee health and everything else. But I think I actually, every time I joked about it, right? But I think I kind of want to know what it's like to be buff.
Genuinely?
Yeah, like I want to know what it feels like, right? Just to have it for vanity purpose. And I've never done it for vanity before, which is so different, right?
Yeah.
The problem with doing stuff for vanity, though, mentally, I think it's for me. I don't know how it is for everybody else. It's mentally hard because you look at that weight scale number differently now. It's not like, oh, I just ate a little more today. It's like, no, it's gonna take me away from my goals to get this look, which is kind of like the bodybuilder mindset.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is that healthy, dude. It's like hard on you.
No, it's not. And I'll tell you because I've always done it for vanity.
Okay.
I know.
Okay, my bad, dog. Also, Okay.
I know. I make the joke that like I don't care about my health. I'm doing it just to look good. It's facts. I literally do not care about the health part. I just want to look good. That's literally it, dog. And like maybe with the birth of my children, there's a little more of like, okay, longevity, health. Yes, my cholesterol is high. Whatever.
Hey!
but like it's always kind of been about I just want to look good shirtless. That's it.
Damn, it's a really hard goal to set. I mean, for me anyways, right? Because when I was doing it just for health, because I was really unhealthy, right? Like everything was bad.
Oh, I know.
And okay. Yeah. So when I started feeling better, that's the only thing I counted on. So whether you gain a little weight on a weekend or who the fuck cares? Like you are healthier, and then it made me feel good. This one is like, oh, in order for me to, like Joshua Tree, I worked out a little bit, I did it, but I wasn't weight training much because I didn't have all my weights. And then I ate a lot, and then I was like, damn, I gained 4 pounds in 3 days.
Yeah.
And then in order to get that back down again, if I'm focusing on the number, it's like, oh, that's gonna take like another week. And then I was like, oh, this doesn't feel good. And I never wanted to feel that way. So it's just like, oh, this is what it takes for the vanity side. You have actual markers and goals that you have to physically meet.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit. And the amount of work it takes to get that is a lot.
Yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing, right? And people will say once you like really get into the routine of working out, like you really start to like it. Never. I've never liked it.
Month and a half in, I've been working out all the time. Still hate it.
Yeah, me too. Not a fan. Even when like, bro, I just look, okay. And this goes back to the vanity part, okay? I fucking hate working out. I'm in it with the trainer and I'm like, God, literally like while he's telling me to like jump around and shit, I'm like, this is stupid. And then afterwards in the mirror, cause of course you work out. When you work out, you're like, I should probably eat a little healthy, right? So now I'm eating light. I just worked out. I wake up the next day, I'm like, yo, I'm in the mirror. I'm like, okay, this shit works. But when I'm working out, I still I do not like it.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that point where look, it's only been like a month and a week for me, which this is a month and a week of me weight training. Like before it was just walking and then, making healthier life choices. This one now is a goal. So now I have to weight train for strength, my joints, and then also just for the vanity purpose, right? It's not enjoyable, man. Like going to a gym or just even working out at home with the weights, it's like, dude, just doing this. Like this. What kind of stupid bullshit is this, dude?
Bro, once my trainer started throwing in, he's like, we're gonna do more like jumping shit today. I was like, ew.
You're fucking fired, dude.
This motherfucker brought a jump rope, had me jump roping. I'm like, am I 10 years old? What is this?
Oh, I didn't know I was Veda, bro.
Dog. I was like, what you gonna bring a skip it?
Okay, use a slinky for 10 minutes.
Seems like this. That's funny. I imagine me just putting it down the stairs and looking at it. I was like, what does that work out?
That'd be funny if he made you watch this. He goes, what does that work out? Well, you got to go all the way down and get it and come back up.
Oh, that's kind of fire, actually.
Mine is this.
Yeah, you like that? Yeah, that's what's annoying too, right? Is like cardio. I've never really up until like we started doing the boxing. I never really found a cardio that I enjoyed.
First of all, That boxing cardio is so exhausting.
It's so exhausting, and there's so much you have to like. If and that's the thing too, because I post and I tell my trainer, I'm like, hey man, I'm not trying to like be a boxer and shit. Like, let's just get the cardio in, right? But then sometimes, so he doesn't correct me as much as he would correct somebody who actually wanted to box, right?
Yeah, he just wants you to move.
Yeah. So then, but then we'll film. I'll like, all right, let's film it. We'll film a little bit, and I'm like, ooh, I look stupid. Not gonna post that. I look so dumb.
It's hard, man. Like, first of all, like boxing technique when you're tired too is even more difficult because you're just exhausted. Like your hands go down. And plus, everybody got an opinion. Like, you should do this, you should do that. Listen, who the fuck cares? And look, I talked about this on the MMA pod too. I know a lot of professional fighters, and their pet peeve is like somebody who is like a professional fighter and they're spending their time commenting on other people's form. And then they immediately say the same things like, that guy's not gonna go anywhere. Like, it's like, why? It's like, because if you're a professional fighter, why are you worried about a hobbyist's form? Or even if it's not a hobbyist, who as a professional fighter is looking to comment on somebody else's form? I'm working on my own shit. It's like, that's such a weird thing to do.
You know what it is, man? It's like everybody that makes one thing their entire personality.
Oh, yeah.
When they feel like they have the opportunity to flex their knowledge and their skills, they're so eager. You know what I'm saying? Let fucking Nikki Blades, who's really good at golfing now, but let her, and she's only been doing it for like a year. She's really good, but let her fucking post some of the shit early on. So many comments of how to fucking improve her shit. It's like, she don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? She posted that shit because obviously she's working with somebody, you know?
But that's the thing too. They're like, well, don't you want to get better? So why don't you like critique? It's like, well, because nobody asked it for you. And also too, you act like every boxer, every sports player does everything to the textbook and T. Like you see boxers too, their hands are down, their hands are low. What the fuck? They're world champions, right? So they learn the rules and they broke them later on.
Especially, why would we want advice in whatever you're doing, whether it's golfing, boxing, whatever, from some random ass person on the internet? I don't know you, bro. I don't know. You could be fucking a 20-year vet, or you could be 20 days into this shit. Like, I have no idea who you are. I do not care about your opinion, dog.
Dude, my favorite thing is when somebody writes a comment, it's a fighter that I know, and then he'll click on their profile, and he'll show the whole video recording and go to his forums, and he's just, they're terrible fighters. It's like, the idea that this person wrote 2 paragraphs on what somebody else should do. Like, look, if you're having conversation with that with your friends, then it's a sport, right? So you're talking about like basketball, that's fine. But you're literally giving professional fighters or even hobbyists advice about something you can't do. Like, what does that do for you? Like, I guess it makes them feel good, huh? Like, oh yeah, I got the sauce. It's weird. It's like, dog, that's a really stressful way to live.
Yeah, and I'm not really trying to learn how to fight. Like, what the fuck? I'm little. If I'm fighting somebody, I'm gonna hit you with a chair, bro.
Hell yeah. Or I have a gun.
Exactly. Like, dog, I mean, we all got guns out here, okay?
I'll fucking shoot you, bro. You out of your mind?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's some weird, like little man syndrome tactic thing too. Like I see that a lot. It's like, damn, man. Why are you so concerned about what's in somebody else's pockets like that? That's such a weird mentality to go into. I don't get it.
The internet, man. The internet has created a lot of people think they're experts, a lot of haters that think they're experts.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking losers out here, man.
Dude,
ain't got shit going on.
There was only one time where me and my boxing coach, like I did 4 sessions with him. And he got my hands like a lot better just because I never had a boxing coach before. And it was based off of kickboxing, which is very different. But some dude was talking mad shit to me. And he had a profile page and he boxes and stuff too.
Oh, this is the one you said, meet me?
Yeah, but this was another guy.
Okay.
And so that was the before one. This guy was actually pretty decent. And then I messaged him just on some regular stuff. I was like, bro, you're a pro fighter. It's like, why are you threatening me and stuff? He was like, well, you think you're all nice. I was like, the post caption said it helped me lose weight. What are you talking about? It's like, if you're a pro fighter, shouldn't you fight pro fighters? Like, why are you coming at somebody who's just trying to help other people lose weight and like get into a hobby that they like? He goes, oh, my bad. I didn't even read your whole post. And I was like, even if you didn't read the post, you're a pro fighter. Like, why are you threatening somebody that you can for sure beat up?
Yeah.
What does that do for you?
And what does he get out of that?
And he's roast back. Goes, I'm a big fan. My bad, bro. It's
Ew.
like, oh, no, we're not doing. I just blocked him. I was like, we're not doing that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, knock that shit off. Like, you hurt people for a living, and so why are you coming at me?
You know why? You know why? Hurt people, dog.
And fat people eat people.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he was just trying to shame you ahead of time so that you wouldn't eat him.
Yes. He was like, you ate my first child, dog. I know you, bro. I know you. It was you.
All right, me and Dave are going to send some unsolicited dick pics and we'll be right back.
Sometimes you just got to let these people feel bad a little bit. I know he felt bad after.
Of course he did, fucking idiot.
Yeah. I was like, it was just shocking to me. This guy was good. Like, he's boxing for real.
Do you want
It's
some
like,
more Beyonce whiskey?
Yes, I do. I was like, how you going to shit on somebody who's just like doing this for fun? Like, does that make you feel better? Right? Like, nobody's flexing here.
You know, I mean, that's what it is, man. If we want to talk about it, you know. A lot of people, let's say it is somebody that makes something their whole personality. It's a lot of motherfuckers that started off lame, very insecure people, very insecure losers.
Very insecure.
Very insecure losers, got nothing going on, virgins. They find one thing to get good at and make it their whole personality. And now, because they feel like they're finally good at something, they want to fucking boss up on anybody they think, you know, oh, this motherfucker, you started boxing, you know what I'm saying? This motherfucker should be bizarre.
Yeah. They turn around to Bill Cosby. Lay over here on the top like, yeah, like that thing is just interesting because it's like, if it was something that helped save you, why can't it save somebody else?
Right.
Like, why is it just for you? Like I understand, like, if somebody's coming at you.
Yeah.
But there are people who are going to put up their fitness and workout stuff because, number one, they're proud of themselves. Like, it feels good, right? Mm-hmm. And it's true, too, though. What you put on the internet, anybody can say absolutely anything. Mm-hmm. And I think that makes sense for more somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. But you're a pro boxer. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, you should be doing your own thing. Like, that's such a weird thing to do. And I wonder if the guy even has a winning record now, because, you know, from what I heard, like, that's some loser mentality shit.
Very loser mentality. And that's why, you know, I try to, you know, I'm so quick to make jokes just all of a sudden. Like, you know, I'm scrolling, I always see I want to make jokes, right? But I try to, even if somebody looks lame doing something, like, let's say someone posted a lame boxing video and I want to make a joke, but I always keep in mind, this person, they just want to post a little progress, a little something, right? Especially like, you know, even though when I feel like I'm just joking around, you know what? We're going to pivot a little bit. I had to really learn to filter myself sometimes because I always want to make a joke immediately.
I should learn to do this too.
Well, you know what's a fucked up feeling? Or when you almost do this. I've never actually done this, but like, you ever have somebody post like a picture of their friend and it's like a really goofy looking friend or family member and you're about to roast them and then it says, rest in peace to my boy Sammy, and you're like, oh fuck. Glad I didn't post that joke. I'm glad I read that caption.
Yo, did you see that clip of that Ed Sheeran interview?
No.
So Ed Sheeran is talking to a guy who's like a podcast.
Oh, yes.
He goes, well, you know, there's that bit where it says, when you blew up, it was when your legs don't work. Like, he immediately cracks up. Yeah. He goes, it was because my nan, she couldn't walk. And he goes, oh. Yeah, that's the fucking worst. It was the worst. I would die. I would die on the spot.
Have you seen that other Ed Sheeran meme? Same song, where it's like, it's Ed Sheeran, and the caption is when she turns 71, because, you know, the song is till you're 70, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when she turns 71, and Ed Sheeran's like flipping off the camera.
Dude, the best one too, before that, was the dance where the girl was in the wheelchair.
Oh no! Oh, we all seen that.
That
dog.
one was.
We've all seen that.
The crowd goes, oh, the
stupid.
crowd made it 10 times worse.
Fucking stupid ass DJ,
Dude,
bro.
I bet you that DJ was sweating. Like, oh shit. It's a beautiful song.
I know. He's lucky he didn't get jumped.
And it's a beautiful song for, you know, people who could use their legs though, dog. That shit made me die laughing. That was so funny.
I for some reason this reminded me of have you seen that? So I love watching news bloopers. And there's one, I don't know if you've seen this guy. It's pretty old now. It's his first day on the job as like an anchor or whatever. And he's so nervous. The Asian girl next to him, she's like, all right, and now we're going to welcome our new correspondent, I don't know, Jared Jellybean or whatever. And you hear him on his mic. It's a hot mic. He's live. He's doing this. He's like, oh, fucking shit, fucking gay, fucking. He's so nervous. She's like, all right, you okay? You want to tell us where you're from? He's like, yeah. Let me just play it for you because it's so bad.
Worst nightmare ever.
News bloopers are like my favorite because they're supposed to be so professional.
Got these motherfucking flies in my motherfucking mouth. This country ass motherfucking.
Here we go. Check this out. Okay. This guy's name is AJ Clemente. All right. Hopefully this is the clip and not a fucking someone talking about it. God damn it. Hold on. Here we go.
First newscast, AJ uttered 2 words not for morning TV. Live and unfiltered. Let's play it again and watch his poor co-anchor react.
Good evening, I'm Van Tu. You may have seen our newest AJ on NBC North Dakota News, and he'll be joining the weekend news team as my co-anchor.
AJ went on to
my
introduce
God.
himself to viewers.
No, wait till he introduces himself.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
But his bosses had seen enough. He was fired immediately.
Oh my God. He completely blew it, dude.
Yeah.
That is mortifying. You know how hard it is to get that position?
I know. Live TV, you feel like they train for that shit, you know? Reading teleprompter. People underestimate how difficult teleprompter shit is.
You know, that's what we got complimented on. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, you guys are really good at the teleprompter stuff.
I love doing prompter
It's
shit.
so easy.
I was doing, here's something that's gonna surprise you. Maybe you forgot I told you this, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Either way, good content for the podcast. I was doing some shit with MTV, teleprompter shit. And I was like, and I killed it first take. And I was like, ooh, let's go. I'm Mario Lopez up here. And the guy behind the camera was like, you'd be surprised actually. He's not that good.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Maybe he's, I'm sure with more experience you get better at it, right? But he's like, yeah, no, actually, you'd be surprised. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, when I first got a teleprompter, I was like, dude, this is amazing. And let me tell you something. One take Jake teleprompter, that's easy work.
Yes, bro. And you know what? That's where our Asian eyes are our advantage.
You can't see our eyes moving.
They
dude.
don't know where we're looking, bro.
Yeah.
They don't know what.
Just like the.
Why are you reading it with an Asian
Oh,
accent?
because it's in English though. Good morning, my name is David So. Yes, we're so close. David So. That's my favorite way that Chinese people say David. David. They can't say V. It turns into a W.
Interesting.
Yeah, David. It's a David So.
That's what I was going to ask you, just to bring it back. Speaking of Asians and karaoke, my parents, right, when we would go to these Asian karaoke parties, sometimes we go to these huge Christmas parties, fucking ballroom full of old Asians. And one of my vivid memories as a little kid, being there for New Year's or whatever, is this Thai cover band, old Asian woman singer, and they would always sing Rock Around the Clock Tonight. But it's Asian shit, of course. So it was always, we gonna lock around the clock tonight. We gonna lock. And even as a little kid, that shit used to crack me up.
Hey, sing that song again one more time. I've had a rough day. We gonna lock.
And if you're not Asian and you're laughing at that, you're racist.
Yeah, dude. Lock-a-bye, baby, on the treetop.
Are you gonna sing to your future babies?
I don't know, maybe.
You gotta do it. I sing to my babies. They love it.
Yeah, dude, when I have a kid, man, I'm telling you right now, I already know that little kid's gonna hate me a little bit. I'm gonna make him do stuff that he's not gonna want to do, like sports, public speaking. And in case he has like the high anxiety like I do, even though I hated my dad for doing that, I'm really glad he did it. Because if he let me just be in my insecurity and anxiety, I would have never been able to do what I'm doing now, right? So it's like that ability of doing that, it's important because I know that, I think one of the things that I've seen just growing up myself and other parents is like, the ones that let their kids do whatever they want, they always stay in their bubble. Like they just never leave it because it's not comfortable.
So what did he make you do that made you go outside of your bubble?
Well, he did it in a terrible way, right? So like when I learned, I didn't even want to learn how to ride a bike because I was so scared. I was scared of the world, just constantly scared. I don't think you should wake me up at 12 a.m. when it's raining, kick me out outside and say, learn to ride this bike or you'll never come back inside this house. I think that's a very bad way to do it.
I mean,
Yeah. I still remember crying my eyes out while the rain was hitting me. It was like a storm.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then I learned how to ride a bike though. because I wanted to go back inside. So I don't think I should do it that way, but him pushing me to do things that I was very uncomfortable with allowed me to do the things I could do now. And I think sometimes, like when I think of parents, just like even our generation before, they just like, they never want their kid to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it makes them feel bad.
I know.
So it's like, it's not for your kid, it's you're doing it for you because you feel guilty. Like, oh, they're in pain.
I know.
But then it's like, there's also this thing too, like scientific study where they talk about the amygdala. And this is the part that tends to grow and produce when you put people in situations where it's frustrating and hard. And that's like a huge part of your intelligence. And that stuff has become very underdeveloped in a lot of young kids because you're not pushing them to do things. So I don't want to be that parent that just like, oh, it hurts me, so I don't want them to do it.
Yeah, man, something I gotta work on too. Because
It's
like,
hard,
I know, because even trying to get Veda to try new foods, I'm like, oh, all right, I'm just happy she's eating. You know what I'm saying? Well, okay, yeah, she's eating the same shit every day, pretty much. But it's like, okay, at least she's eating vegetables. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I gotta push her to try a little more, do this and that, you know. And I really, you know, I'm trying to find the balance of like, getting her in her uncomfortable shit and also being like, all right, let me relax and just let her have fun, right? But I mean, to your point, I don't know how to ride a bike. And it's like, but I be trying to make sure at the very least, make sure she has some type of, she's open to it.
Yeah.
Because what's dope.
Try it.
Yeah, exactly. Just try it, you know? Even if I gotta be like, hey, look, try this shit, I'll give you a bite of an M&M, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes she'll try it and she'll be like, oh. You know?
like it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I bribed her with the M&M. And there's also days where she'll at least be like, to this day, she won't try pizza yet. I mean, mind you, she's only 3.
That's crazy. Kids love pizza.
Fucking weird, I know.
Yeah.
But she'll be like, maybe when I'm 5. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Here, me and Chia are like, why doesn't our child eat pizza? We're begging for her to try some fucking junk food. You know what I'm saying?
My favorite video of her is actually her eating the chicken going, no. Yeah. That's my favorite one. It was so just matter of fact. Like, this isn't it.
No. It was a bad El Pollo Loco batch.
Dude, when El Pollo Loco hits, it hits. But when it's bad, it's bad.
I know.
You got to find like a spot and then ask them, hey, when is it fresh? Because I got a really bad batch the other day. This shit was dry as fuck.
Bro, when you get that end of the batch El Pollo Loco, it's like, I will never come back here again. But then I gotta tell people, because some people have only had that one bad batch of El Pollo Loco. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, when you get that good batch, it's like, ooh, yes.
Mariel went to El Pollo Loco and they were like, hey, we ran out of chicken. She was like, you ran out of chicken? They're like, 10 more minutes and it'll be done. And she was like, I'm just gonna go somewhere. I texted her, I was like, don't go anywhere else. Wait the 10 minutes. Like, are you fucking insane? I was so mad. She texted me, she goes, it's not gonna be right to wait 10 minutes. I was like, are you fucking mad? You stay there.
Get that fresh batch, girl.
Do you have any idea how rare it is to get that fucking fresh batch? You wait. She took it home. She was like, wow.
Yes.
It's so good. Yeah. I was like, yeah, you got lucky. Wait the 10 minutes.
Bro, I remember one when Foodie Calls. This was like still pandemic. This is like the 2nd episode where we went to go ride horses, remember? And then, but we were so hungry. We were going to go to a taco shop after that. Oh, we were going to fucking Tacos y Birria La Única after we rode horses. But I remember feeling so hungry, and I'm like, bro, I pulled over to this El Pollo Loco. You want a piece? You were like, yes. You were also starving, dog. And it was a fucking bomb batch. And we were so hungry. It was like,
El Pollo Loco with that green salsa, the avocado salsa.
Rip a little tortilla.
Wrap that shit up and just eat that shit. Fire. You know, years ago on the podcast, like, Mariel and I, you know, when we talk, we bicker talk. That's how we've talked to each other since ever, right? It's kind of like how we flirt and joke around. And on this podcast, Mariel and I were kind of bicker arguing about like this El Pollo Loco order. There's like a whole Reddit thread about how abusive of a husband I am because I wouldn't let her get corn. But we were like joking on the podcast, like, you know, we're like bickering and stuff. And I was like, no, you don't understand. You don't get, it's not going to be good. And then they're like, why doesn't he just let her get the corn? Like, he's such a bad, I was like, you guys are so fucking stupid. This is a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
We're joking, we're bickering. Who the fuck cares it's corn? Like, how do you not know that?
Yeah.
And then it was just a whole thread about like men who control women.
Oh, God.
Like, it's like, do you think and we give a fuck about the corn? It's just something dumb. It was a dumb conversation we're telling you about.
That's why Chia. Oh, sorry, finish your point.
She got the corn. She fucking got the corn. Relax.
Yeah, Chia, for that reason, she just does not want to do podcasts. She's like, especially talking for an hour. People are so nitpicky about everything. She's like, I would just rather not. Even though we know if we did a podcast, like, people would love it. Because she was actually really good with that, but she's like, no, thank you. You
It's
know,
just annoying.
I know.
That's why like Mariel doesn't like coming on either. I don't like bringing her on either because it's like I don't want to have to sit here and explain the nuance of our relationship to you guys.
Yeah.
Right? It's like this is how we've joked around. That's why I like her so much because we could fuck around like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's like an outside opinion of like don't talk to each other like that. It's like then that wouldn't be us.
I know. And then people take a 30-second clip out of an hour-long conversation, clip it out of context.
It's just the dumbest thing ever. It's like, oh, so you guys are fucking lonely. Like you guys don't have relationships where you guys joke and fuck around with each other. It's like I know people who don't do that, but that's you guys.
It goes right back to the motherfucking insecurity. People don't have shit going on in their own life, so all they have to do is sit around, critique other people, bro.
Yeah, why don't you just go be happy?
Go touch some grass and touch some ass.
Oh, touching ass feels great, by the way.
It's the best. Oh, dude, Veda does this thing now where like she will be right out of the shower. Or sometimes like when she watches Veda's hair, they'll like shower together and she washes Veda's hair, and then she will be drying off and Veda will be behind her going, "Mommy, jiggly booty," slapping Chia's butt. And I'm like, Veda, you and me are the same, girl.
Veda does this fucking funny thing where for some reason she just starts slapping her own butt. And I was like trying to record her being cute. Right? And I was gonna post it on my story because she looks so adorable. And there's a clip of me just going, oh okay.
I don't know where she got that from. She's like, dog, she does it to like celebrate.
Yeah.
She does like a headstand, puts her head on the ground and like wiggles her butt and she slaps it. I'm like, okay, maybe not in front of people.
That video was so fucking funny because I got uncomfortable. I was like, oh. And the video just like turned silence.
Because at first, Veda's like playing, and David's like, oh, I'm gonna get this cute footage of her. And he goes, oh, all right.
I was like, I can't post that.
Oh, man.
She's so goofy, dude.
She's the best. She's a little fucking goofball. I love her
Yeah.
so much, and she's so cute.
But now she's going to be a goofball for other people.
I know.
And then she'll come back, and then she could be a goofball to you.
You know?
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
It does. I told someone that like when and we didn't post about this on socials, but like Veda's in school, and I thought the other day I was thinking like, man, when your child is in school for like the first time, it's this weird conflicting feeling of like your heart is full, but then it's breaking at the same time because it's like you're so proud, but then you're like, my baby just left.
As soon as she's gonna be like, get away from me, Dad. Give me my privacy. Stop talking to me like that. Get out of my face.
I love him. I hate you.
I love him. He's homeless and he doesn't have a job. Whatever love will feed us.
Look, Veda, Taika's too old for you. Okay?
He's also crazy.
And his mom has a funny tattoo on her hand.
She's a fan of Tupac too much. She has a concrete rose on her hand. Yeah, I tell you something funny before we end this podcast. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you how much this annoyed me. So there's a guy who wanted to start a clothing brand, but he's doing it as janky as possible, just whatever digitized files he has online. Mm-hmm. Takes a photo of Tupac and puts a plant behind him. I'm like, that's pretty ugly, right? It's like, it's really ugly. And then he goes, why? And I was like, well, it would make sense for you to put a rose behind him. He goes, why? That's a plant too. That doesn't make any sense. I was like, all right, we're done with this conversation. And I was like, concrete rose? He goes, I don't get it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna sock you in your fucking mouth, dude.
I can't wait to find out who this is. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching another episode of Dudes Behind the Foods. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. We're not going on tour. Bye. Yo, it's the Dudes Behind the Foods.